is when it works. And it will also give you more environmental safety to your workers. And after we test one of Chinese foundries, which called Tianjin ceramic foundries, have used our new products, which called the ceramic liners, for more than 2 years. And during these 2 years, our polymer liners work very well and have saved about 50% of power, which is different from the traditional polymer machines with the traditional liners. And after that, I would like to show you more information about what products can we produce and what service can we support to you. And before that, I would like to show you more information about the company's buyer. As you know, Internal Belize Alloy Casting&Forgings Company Limited is specialized in supply of heat, wear, corrosion resistant machine and protective items. And our global brand, which called EB, as you see on the screen, with Cherokee E and B. Another next is 4 main products and 4 main services which we can produce or support to you. The first is the corrosion castings. It is used very widely in our daily life, even you can see on your mobile phones or in your cars and so on. So we divide it into 5 different castings. Due to different material have its different chemical compositions, the application, so that we divide it into 5 different parts. The first is called cobalt alloy castings. It means that the main element in the castings is the cobalt. And it is a good material which cobalt can do on the rustlers industries or do some rustlers application in some industries. And the next is called the nickel alloy castings. It is also a material with good rustlers chemical compositions. So you can commonly see on bicycles. As you see, these carriers is also used about these nickel alloy castings. And there are other 3 different materials. The first is copper, aluminum, and titanium. And after that is our heat castings. It will be commonly used in some heat treatment industries due to some metal products need to do some heat treatment. After that, it will give better composition and better application in some industries. So in these big parts, we can produce is about heat fixtures, the radio tubes, and the furnace rollers, melting kits, selectors, the grate bars, furnace, plants, and so on. It's commonly used in environmental, and its work conditions is more than 1,200 centigrade degrees when it works. So it's a good material which can do the heat treatment. And after that is our third part, which called the wire castings. It also, according or depending on its chemical composition and materials, it can be divided into 5 different parts. The first part, which called is acronym white iron castings. The next, which is the nickel part, white iron castings. The cobalt manganese alloy casting, alloy steel castings, the high magnesium steel castings, and the wear parts for crushers. The crushers is divided into many different crushers, different types. For example, like the jaw crushers, roll crushers, the cone crushers, and so on. And after that is our EB machines. It's also an important part for our company to produce. The first one, which is customer-made consulting service on longer service life and material selection for the grinding equipment. And other things is melting below with fabric machines. And during recent 2 years, as we know, the COVID-19 is very serious to us. It's not here to every people in the earth. So that our company also can supply the mask machines for two main different type, which is the K95 and the 3D plate mask machines. And the after that is other common industry machines like the drying rig machines. It's commonly used in dig wire, to dig water well, and do some other research about the geographies. And after that is the industry robots. It's a new, but we can produce to you. It's a new industry robots. Due to different applications, it can be divided to 4 different parts. The first is the load and unload, and next is the sprint. When you want to do some cuttings, it's a good choice. And the next is about cuttings. When you want to cut steel alloys, which from the big size to small size, you can make by machines instead of workers. So it will also help you to reduce the cost, which from the human instead of the industry robots. And the next is the painting robots. It's used very widely in car industries, even like the Mercedes, the Lamborghinis. Most of these car industries use the industry robots to do the painting process. Due to it can paint more symbols and more beautiful for the cars. And this is all introduction about these 4 different parts about the products and the service we can provide to you. So if you are interested in the products which you see on the screens, please send us your inquiries about which kind or which material or which service you want. Just send it to our Alibaba International Shop. We are always welcome. And at this moment, please follow our Alibaba International Shop. And this is all the introduction about our company. So let's welcome my colleague Carmen to do her wonderful live show. Let's welcome. Okay, let's welcome my colleague Carmen to do her wonderful live show. Let's welcome Carmen.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear friend. This is Carmen from BB China. Next, I will introduce cobalt alloy and please wait a minute. 先开啊！Now I will introduce copper alloy and aluminum alloy. This is copper alloy catalog. Please see this picture. You can see we will introduce basic information of copper alloy and great proper types of copper alloy and show our simple copper alloy. Production types and process for copper alloy and export case for copper alloy. The basic information on copper alloy. The composition. Copper alloy is an alloy composed of pure copper and added one or more other elements. About the copper alloy color. Pure copper is purple red. Density about its density is 8.96 and the melting point is 1083. The copper alloy's advantage is excellent electrical conductivity, terminal conductivity, and corrosion resistance. And classification mainly divided into brass frozen and carbonical. About the copper alloy's feature. Brass copper is generally based on zinc as the main additive element. Frozen is generally based on silicon as the main added element. Copper nickel is generally based on nickel as the main additive element. And then application is electrical industry and transportation industry, construction industry, aviation industry. This is the grades and properties of copper alloy. It has two grades about C1 or C2. And you can see the composition. You can see the composition include copper content and importing content. The C1 is used suitable for melting copper, for melting and casting copper rolls, copper rolls and casting alloys. The CO2 is used to it is useful for electrical copper wires, conductive hackles, copper rolls and profiles. This is a copper alloy comparison table. You can see the different copper alloys products. This also introduces a copper alloy comparison table. Production types and the process for copper alloy. Production types for copper alloy. Copper long roll, copper tubes, copper plants, copper strip, copper foils, copper powder, copper casting, copper forging. Process for copper alloys. hot rolling process and hot rolling process for copper long board. So plants, strip and fill.